Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. US military investigators believe it is likely that US forces were responsible for an apparent strike on an Iranian girls' school that killed scores of children on Saturday, but have not yet reached a final conclusion or completed their investigation. US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on Wednesday acknowledged the US military was investigating the incident. Two US officials did not rule out the possibility that new evidence could emerge that absolves the US of responsibility and points to another responsible party in the incident. US President Donald Trump has suggested that, after the ongoing war involving Iran, Washington's attention could shift toward Cuba, signaling a potential new phase in US foreign policy. Speaking during a White House event with Major League Soccer champions Inter Miami, Trump said the immediate priority remains finishing the war in Iran, but indicated that Cuba could soon come into focus. During the event, President Trump said the United States wants to conclude the conflict involving Iran first. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump has encouraged Iranian Kurdish forces in Iraq to launch attacks against Iran as the Middle East conflict widened. Israel said it had started a broad-scale wave of attacks against infrastructure targets in Tehran as Gulf cities came under renewed bombardment by Iran. Qatari officials said Iran launched an overnight drone attack on the US Al Udeid airbase in Qatar. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said Iranian forces targeted the Ramat David airbase and a radar site in Israel, the Al Adiri camp in Kuwait, where US forces are stationed, and a drone attack on a base hosting US troops in Erbil, Iraq. US President Donald Trump has made it clear that Ali Khamenei's son, Mujtaba Khamenei, would be unacceptable as Iran's next leader. In an interview with Axios, Trump said he wants to be personally involved in selecting Iran's next leader, following the assassination of Ali Khamenei. Trump said he wants someone who can bring harmony and peace to Iran. Iran's ambassador to the United Nations has denied reports that Tehran ordered the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, calling the claims baseless. The envoy said Iran remains committed to international law and freedom of navigation. Iran also condemned the United States for using a submarine to sink the Iranian frigate Iris Dina in international waters, saying the attack violated international law and maritime norms. On the other hand, China is reportedly in talks with Iran to allow crude oil and Qatari liquefied natural gas vessels safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz as the US-Israeli war on Tehran intensifies. Three diplomatic sources said China, which has friendly relations with Iran and relies heavily on Middle Eastern supplies, is unhappy about the Islamic Republic's move to paralyze shipping through the strait, and is pressing Tehran to allow safe passage for the vessels. The world's second-largest economy gets about 45% of its oil from the strait. On the other hand, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem says Israel's strikes on Lebanon are a prepared aggression and demanded that Israeli forces halt military operations and withdraw from southern Lebanon. In his first televised address since the hostilities began, Qassem said Hezbollah would not surrender, no matter the sacrifices. Two Indian Air Force pilots have been killed after a Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighter jet crashed in Assam's Karbi Anglong district during a training mission. The aircraft had taken off from the Jorhat Air Base but lost communication shortly afterward, eventually crashing in a remote hilly area about 60 kilometers away. In a post on X, the Air Force confirmed the deaths of squadron leader Anuj and Flight Lieutenant Pavesh Duragkar. According to the Air Force, both pilots sustained fatal injuries in the crash. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.